very auspicious day of Kartik Mass meditation, and this is the theme that we've been having here is that how our life can be compared to an exam, and probably James is the newest edition of appearing for exams. We all have done and finished with this. But exams are always dreaded, mostly because there is a fear: how will I succeed? What will I do? How will I fare? And life keeps giving us these tests time and again, and the test paper varies for each one of us. Very interestingly, the Bhagavatam verse says that there is one test which we can't avoid. You can't dodge this. You have to face it. That is the ultimate test. The ultimate test of life is tested at the end of life. And this test is known as the test of death. And this is why this verse is telling, irrespective of what you do throughout the life, it is tested at the time of death. And if you want to come out successful in this, then the yardstick or the criteria for success is Ante Narayana Smriti. एतावान सांख्य योगाभ्याम स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभः परः पुंसाम ante narayana smriti. So ante narayana smriti is something which is stressed in all the Vedic literatures, and we went on with various things, where to receive knowledge, what kind of knowledge. Yasvanubhavam akhileshruti saram ekam adhyatma deepam atitirshatam tamondham samsarinam karunayah purana guhyam tam vyasa sunam upayami guru muninam. Actually, sometimes if we sit alone, and if our mind is not acting as devil and we are able to introspect, we should be so much grateful to all these acharyas who have painstakingly written all these literatures. For whom? They knew for sure that these books, it's not meant for them. They are realized souls. Swa anubhavam. They are realizing this truth. Yasvanubhavam akhila shruti saramekam. This is the essence of all the Shruti, all the Vedic literatures. Samsarinam karunaya. Because they have deep compassion. Deep within they feel what will happen to these people who will be taking birth in this Kali Yuga for all of us. So they have left behind this wonderful literature which we can take advantage. We have never written, we can't understand even, and there are acharyas who have come at various times who have given the commentaries, and that's how we are able to relish and understand these deeper aspects, deeper truths of life. We spoke about this medicine tonic that we should carry always with us. व्यामोह प्रसमौषधम मुनिमनो वृत्ति प्रवृत्ति औषधम दैतेन्द्रार्तिकरौषधम त्रिभुवने संजीवनैकौषधम भक्तात्यन्तहितौषधम भवभय प्रध्वंसनैकौषधम श्रेय प्राप्तिकरौषधम पिबमन श्रीकृष्ण दिव्यौषधम. So this was on the third day, the meditation of how the pastimes of the Lord are the medicine, the perfect medicine. That tonic we should all have throughout our life. Fourth day we spoke about the mentality of the toppers, how the different toppers, when their photographs are put and there are interviews, we try to understand how did they become successful. So in this ultimate test of life, the toppers here are with this beautiful photograph standing with the destination, that is Krishna. These are the gopis along, and the topmost amongst them is Radharani. And we saw these beautiful verses of Venu Gita. That should be our laksha, our destination. And this is what is the conclusion of the toppers. That's the gopis. Then we spoke about these 5 things which have been the theme ever since this was introduced. How we can mold our life. Sadhu Sangha, Nama Kirtan, Bhagavat Shravan, Mathura Vas, Srimurtira Shraddhaya Sevan. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Of course, this is a verse which is spoken by Rupa Goswami. Out of the 64 limbs of devotional service, he lists out that these are the 5 foremost. Then we spoke about how to become an instrument in Krishna's hands, and malleability, mock test, high frequency word list, advice of Kulashekar Alvar. Beautiful verse. I want to go quickly. Then we spoke about day 8 was Sadhu Sangha, the importance of Sadhu Sangha. Then the second day was day ninth was Bahula Ashtami. We celebrated the appearance of Radha Kund and Shyama Kund. Kartik Mas is filled with all these auspicious festivals. Day 10th we spoke about the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. What is Bhagavatam all about? Why it is so auspicious and powerful. Then we spoke about Nama Kirtan. Iti murti abhidhanena mantra murti mamurtikam. Yajate yajna purusham sasamyak darshanah puman. Very beautiful words. Then we spoke about the Srimurtira Shraddhaya Sevan. Very beautiful verse again. Hasam hare ravanata khilaloka tibra sokashru sagara vishoshanam atyudaram sammohanaya rachitam nijamaya yasya bhrumandalam munikrite makaradhvajasya. And yesterday we spoke about the fifth limbs, that is association of, Mathura Vas, staying in Mathura, and the importance of how a pure devotee carries the Lord, Swantasthena Gadabhrata, because the Lord is captured in the hearts of the pure devotees, where Tirthi Kurbanti Tirthani, wherever they go, they make that place as a place of pilgrimage. So any temples established by a pure devotee becomes a place of pilgrimage, and anybody who lives there is as good as Mathura Vas, or his life is revolving around that. That is Mathura Vas. Today is day 14th, and today I want to talk about for an exam. Often, you would have thought this is the most important exam of my life, and I have to prepare for this. But then unknowingly there are distractions which come, and if these distractions become heavy on us, if they become overpowered, then very good chance that we will fail in the exam. And there are countless distractions, especially in this age of information, where people are helplessly bombarded with notifications, some kind of distractions or other, and even though intention is good that they want to succeed in the exam, but these distractions are way too powerful. So like that, in the life also, sometimes distractions come. Okay, let me. And then when this ultimate exam that we are preparing for, if we are not ready, if we are not careful of the distractions that we may encounter, then it will become a very, very, very sad thing actually, and it often happens. So what is the distraction in life? What is that one distraction which we should be very, very careful of? At least one very primary and most important one. We are reading the Kunti Maharani's prayer, where she is telling Maya Javanika Channam Agyadhokshajam Abhyayam Nalakshase Mudha Drusha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha. Maya Javanika Channam. This curtain of Maya is so thick, so strong, so powerful, that Maya Javanika, it is a curtain, Channam, and it has covered us, covered our vision. We are not able to see. So what is this covering of Maya? I want to tell you a very simple example. In the history we would have come across, there was this famous king by name Akbar, with all due respect to him, very nice person. It's just a movie. Akbar, as all of us know, that he was the son of Babur or Humayun maybe. One of them. Babur came from somewhere from Afghanistan or something, and they started ruling. Akbar is one of the most successful emperors who had, you can look at him, how nicely the armor he's wearing. He had many wives, big kingdom. He was ruling, he was conquering over all the other small kings, and so on and so forth. Glorious life. Something similar to that, even in the pages of Bhagavatam, you will find that there are some kings who were very saintly, who were born to a very royal inheritance, very royal aristocracy, rich birth, and they get married to even celestial women, like Pururava got married to Urvashi, or there is Agnidara who got married to Purvachitti, and they lived happily ever after. That is what people want. If you want to just make a little more, dramatic. Who doesn't want this kind of a life? I mean, sorry, how do I get out of this? So, who doesn't want this kind of life? People are mad after this. They are pursuing very strenuously, where the endeavor is too much. But those accomplishments don't last. They don't last. Where is this King Akbar? Where has he gone? Where are those big kings, powerful empire they had? They had so many you know successful kingdoms, so many followers, so many queens. They're gone. Maybe if you go to Delhi, someplace, maybe you will find some remnants of his palace or something. Something similar to that happens in our life also. We are madly pursuing. We are busy accumulating, amassing, trying to prove ourselves to this material world how successful we are. And the mad pursuit is we can be happy by being married or following the sense gratification, and we can be, we can live happily ever after, eternally. But Bhagavad Gita very clearly says, Yehi sansparsaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate te adi antavanta kaunteya na teshu ramate buddha. Buddha, an intelligent person, does not indulge in this because there is a beginning and an end. This had a beginning and an end. Doesn't matter how long it is. Ultimately, it is gone, over. And this is further explained in Bhagavatam in this beautiful verse. We can repeat after me. Tasyaiva heto prayateta kovido न लभ्यते यद्भ्रमतामुपर्यदा तल्लभ्यते दुःखवद् अन्यथा सुखम् कालेन सर्वत्र गभीररंहसा तस्यैव हेतो प्रयतेत कोविदो न लभ्यते यद्भ्रमतामुपर्यधा तल्लभ्यते दुःखवदन्यथा सुखम् कालेन सर्वत्र गभीररंहसा तस्यैव हेतो प्रयतेत कोविदो. Kovido is a person who is very intelligent. Vid is actually knowledge, vidwan. So the same root word, vid. Kovido is a possessor who is a knower of the science, the knowledge. Tasyaiva heta prayateta kovido. The knowledgeable man, the intelligent persons, they pursue for that one thing. Na labhyate yad bhramatam uparyadha, which is not available even, going to the upper planetary systems like the Swargaloka, Brahmaloka. You may go there. What for we want to go there? So that we have higher standards of life. Like we migrated from India to here with this hope, with this goal, with this aspiration that the standard of life will be much better here. We can enjoy. We can have nice cars. We can have nice house, nice big malls where we can buy. And our necessities will transform to wants. And we will go on fulfilling those wants. And as we go on fulfilling our wants, we will become happy. But here he is telling, Tasyaiva heto prayateto kovido na labhyate yad bhramadam uparyadha tal labhyate dukkavad anyatah sukham. Like we are not wanting, we are not pursuing for distress or miseries or sadness, but they come. Similarly, the quota of happiness is also fixed. Don't pursue, don't go madly after that. Kalena sarvatra gabhira ramhasa. This verse is revealing that there is a powerful effect, powerful manifestation of time. Kalena sarvatra gabhira ramhasa. This powerful time, it can crush, it can destroy every single aspect of our life. This is the beautiful verse of Bhagavatam. Actually, if you see in Bhagavad Gita in the pages of this is the translation. Persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined should endeavor only for that purposeful end, which is not obtainable even by wandering from the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, down to the lowest planet, Patala. As far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, it can be obtained automatically in course of time. Just as in course of time, we obtain miseries even though we do not desire them. Very powerful, very clear. So who are actually intelligent, Kovida, and philosophically inclined should endeavor only for that purposeful end. Actually, most of us are not intelligent. Unfortunately, that is the reality. That is the sad reality, and we are busy. Like, Akbar, just one example. Not that Akbar is just one example. Many such kings, they wanted to amplify, they wanted to enhance their sense gratification business, and they had everything. Some of us, we don't have. They had followers, they had power, they had wealth, they had the time was also favoring them, and they were conquering over the kingdom, but they're all gone. That is why this verse is telling that we should not get distracted, carried away by this mad pursuit of life. Very interestingly, in Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna displays his Kala Rupa, or this ferocious, ghori, ghastly form, where everybody is being sucked and they are getting crushed, the skulls are getting crushed, and that sound is very, very, it's deafening. And Arjuna is looking at that, he's becoming bewildered and saying, Krishna, what is this? So Krishna says, Kalosmi Kritshaya Krit Prabhut Kalosmi Kritshaya Prabhuddhavam. Kalosmi, I am Kala, I am that impersonal aspect which appears in the form of time and destroys everything. Kalosmi Krit Prabhuddha. So when Krishna says this, then Arjuna is saying, okay, we are born helplessly. I mean, this kind of a doubt might happen. We are born helplessly, and ultimately Krishna's form as time is destroying everything. What are we supposed to do then? And you are saying sense gratification is a distraction, we shouldn't pursue for that. What should we do? Actually, that is what is revealed in the next verse. Tasmat tvam utishta yasho labhasva jiva satrum bhungsva rajyam samruddham maye baite nihata purvam eva nimitta matram bhava sabhyasachin. Tasmat tvam utishta yasho labhasva jitva satrun bhungsva rajyam samruddham. Arjuna, the instruction which Arjuna is given by Krishna, that you rise and fight, become an instrument in my hand, try to follow my plan, don't do anything independently. Lord has a plan, and if we align, if we become an instrument, that is what is the ultimate success in life. Well, you said that's fine, therefore get up, prepare to fight and win glory, conquer over your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Sabyasachi, can be but an instrument in the fight. One may question, or one kind of a thought may come, how do I become an instrument? Or what does it mean to become an instrument? If that is what is the ultimate goal, that we should become an instrument in the hands of Krishna, what does it mean to become an instrument? If we were having this Ramachandra Vijay Utsav few days back on Dashera, and Diwali is coming, which is the appearance of Lord Ram in Ayodhya. Now, when Lord Ram fought this war against Ravana, he had a mission. He wanted to rescue Mother Sita. And there were those fortunate monkeys, Vanaras, who got the chance to assist Lord Ram. They were just ordinary monkeys, but they got a chance to become an instrument in the hands of Lord Ram, because Lord Ram had a mission to rescue Mother Sita. How fortunate those monkeys are. They got a chance to become an instrument in the hands of Lord Ram. Lord Ram was personally present. Or for that matter, Arjuna, so fortunate, he was a friend, and Krishna was the charioteer, and he was confused. Krishna told him, become an instrument. I have already killed. Kill them. Become an instrument in my hand. He had a mission. He wanted to establish Yudhishthira as the king. They were fortunate. But is the fortune only limited to those few Vanaras or the monkeys? Or is it only limited to few Pandavas? No. The mission of the Lord is still available for all of us. And we can also become an instrument in his hand. These are all great revelations, especially the revelation by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you read the Bhagavad Gita in the conclusion, what is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita का conclusion क्या है? 18 chapter में कृष्ण भगवान क्या बोलते हैं? सबसे important verse. Very good. So Bhagavan Krishna बोलते हैं सर्व धर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणम ब्रह्म. This is the most confidential knowledge. And after he says this most confidential knowledge, he says, don't reveal this knowledge to people who are not tapaskaya, who are not austere, who are envious. Don't reveal this knowledge to all of them. But he goes on to say, a person who actually helps in this mission of spreading this knowledge, he becomes very dear to him. So this is the mission of the Lord, which is still going on, where we can become an instrument in his hand by spreading this knowledge. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very succinctly puts it in the way, Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Amara agya guru hai tara ei desh. Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Whomever we are meeting, we should tell them about this instruction of Krishna, that is Bhagavad Gita. This is the mission of the Lord, because the Lord wants all the fallen conditioned souls who are rotting, suffering in this material world, to reclaim them. And we can become an instrument in His hand. But often people ask this question, have you seen God? Okay, Lord is not present because Krishna was present when Arjuna was having that doubt, and Arjuna became an instrument in hands of Krishna. Or the Vanaras, Lord Ram was personally present, they became instrument in his hand. How can we know whether the Lord is there, or can we perceive the Lord? Often this question is asked. You are practicing, you are a devotee, you've been doing this. Is there a way that you can tell us that we can perceive the Lord? The answer that we give is, Maya Javanika Channam. So what is the word used for Krishna in that? Adhokshajam. Adhokshajam means who is beyond the perception of our senses. Akshaja is actually one sense which is representing our eyes. Adho akshajam, who is beyond the perception. That means the Lord cannot be materially perceived. Now somebody who is hearing for the first time, you people are very convenient. Say first the Lord, we can't perceive Him by material senses. I am seeing, show me God, you saying the Lord can, Lord is present, but we can't perceive Him by material senses. Is there a way I can really perceive? The answer is a very emphatic yes. And this verse talks about how we can perceive. You can repeat after me. Sattvam visuddham vasudeva sabditam yad iyate tatra pumana pabritaha sattve cha tasmin bhagavan vasudevo hi adhokshajo me namasa vidhiyate. This verse is spoken by Lord Shiva to Mother Parvati. There are many fanatic Shiva followers who come and they say, hey Shiva, it's Shiva, Lord Shiva. How can you say it's only Krishna, Krishna, you people? This is Lord Shiva talking to Mother Parvati. When he was asked, what do you meditate upon? So he is revealing here, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Sabditam Yad Iyate Tatra Pumana Pabrita. Actually, these are all very, very wonderful verses. The word iyate is translated by Prabhupada, or the word-to-word meaning of that is revealed. Sattvam Visuddham Vasudeva Sabditam. Vasudeva Sabditam. Vasudeva is also a state of consciousness that can be attained or achieved by Sattvam, by practicing Sattvaguna. What is Sattvaguna? Basically getting rid of passion and ignorance. When somebody has to understand which is little higher truth, one can be just satisfied with seeing something basic, whatever he is perceiving through his senses, and conclude some things. But to come to a higher state of consciousness, one has to give up this ignorance and passion, laziness, and this lust, and all those things to achieve, to do. He comes to Sattvam, the state of Sattva, little bit Sattvaguna. Then there is a Vishuddham. The consciousness needs to be purified. To be able to perceive the Lord, these are minimum criteria. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Sabditam. Vasudeva Sabditam. Vasudeva is a state of consciousness which is beyond Sattvaguna. When somebody reaches to that Vasudeva state, that state where is completely free from this lower modes of material nature, free from all these material contaminations, Yad Iyate Tatra Pumana Apabrata. Apabrata is to become uncovered. The Lord becomes revealed by uncovering Himself. Yad Iyate Tatra Pumana Apabrata. Actually, to the degree to which we have given up this mode of ignorance and passion, to that degree the Lord can be revealed. But if we go to that state, Sattvam Visuddham Vasudeva Sabditam, that highest state, easily we can understand, perceive the Lord. Sattvecha tasmin Bhagavan Vasudeva hi adhokshajame namasa vidhiyate. Actually, Shiva is telling, in my mind, I am actually paying obeisances, namasa vidhiyate, and I am worshipping in my mind to that Vasudev, to that Bhagavan who is also known as Vasudev. These are some of the truths which are revealed in Bhagavatam. Very interestingly, these things Prabhupada also has explained to his disciples. Let's read the translation first. I am always engaged in offering obeisances to Lord Vasudeva in pure consciousness. Krishna consciousness is always pure consciousness in which the Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Vasudeva, is revealed without any covering. Actually, we can see the Lord, we can perceive Him clearly, completely, without any confusion, without any obstructions, if we follow these instructions. Prabhupada, towards his later pastimes when he was here, he used to go. He had a habit of going for morning walk. So earlier days, he was more accessible. Even the women devotees will join. Anybody can join Prabhupada. It was not so difficult. But as time progressed in like 74, 75 or 76, usually Prabhupada will be, I didn't have a picture maybe, Prabhupada will be surrounded by all sannyasis or GVCs, maybe temple presidents, big people, all dandas, and they will go, and usually Prabhupada will be chanting. Some devotees also will join, not that others were not allowed, but they will be far off because everybody wants to be as close as to Prabhupada as possible. And these opportunities were given only to the senior devotees, the GVCs and the sannyasis and so on and so forth. So once, this is a recollection of a devotee who was going in morning walk. So often Prabhupada will go for a morning walk, he will stop at one point and then he will turn back. So those who were behind, who were trailing, they will become the close associates of Prabhupada. So like this was going on, and in one of those morning walks, one of the sannyasis actually asked Prabhupada that Prabhupada, some of the new devotees who are joining our movement, they have this question that you are not always available, you are not always accessible, you are traveling all over the world. How do they get your personal instruction? How they can get this? How they can always be in touch? How they can understand this Krishna consciousness properly? If they have doubts or questions, how do they understand? So Prabhupada was walking and then he stopped and he looked at him. So he was a leader. So Prabhupada asked him, so what answer did you give? So that devotee responded that I told that Prabhupada, all your instructions that you have to give, you have given it in the form of the book. In the books that you have written painstakingly, all the instructions are there. If they read sincerely, they can get it. Prabhupada said, well, that's all right. Actually, a person has to minimum follow the chanting of 16 rounds and following 4 regulative principles. Minimum to come to the state of goodness. If somebody is not able to follow even the 4 regulative principles, not able to chant his 16 rounds, how this truth will be revealed? In Kali Yuga, this may look like very simple, but it is not easy, very difficult. People who want to understand, who want to question, show me God, then I will believe. The answer Prabhupada is giving, just chant. First you chant 16 rounds. Come to a state of minimum purity. Vishuddham, Sattvam Vishuddham, Vasudeva Sabditam. So Vishuddham is a very important thing. That is possible only by following this minimum 4 regulative principles and chanting 16 rounds. And then Prabhupada gives his own example that in his own lifetime he met Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur only 2 or 3 times. But how could he get the instructions or what is going on in Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's mind so clearly? Because the purity lies in when we are doing this sadhana very strongly, very, very devotedly, seriously. So the biggest distraction which we all have to go through and overcome in this life is the distraction for material pursuits. Very strong. Why people are not able to come? Why people find it difficult? Not that they don't have intent. They want to. They have a natural inclination. But the pursuit of becoming materially successful, powerful, famous, wealthy, that pursuit, that rasa is so intoxicating that it keeps us distracted from this goal. But if we really want to become successful, then we have to come to this Vasudeva state. Sattvam Visuddham Vasudeva Sabditam. Iyate tad iyate. Then this Lord will be revealed apabrataha, without any curtain, without any covering. So that is a thought for today. Before we stop, we have 7 minutes. We will chant some beautiful slokas. There are many. We'll chant this one. I've been chanting this. You can join after me. Srinath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Bhakta Priya Chakrapane Shri Padmanabha च्युतकैट Bhare Shri Ram Padmaksha Hare Murare Ananta Vaikuntha Mukunda Krishna Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Vaktum Samartho Pinavakti Kasche Aho Jananam Vyasanabhimukhyam Srinath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Bhakta Priya Chakrapane Shri Padmanabha च्युतकैट Bhare Shri Ram Padmaksha Hare Murare Ananta Vaikuntha Mukunda Krishna Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Vaktum Samartho Pinabhakti Kasche Aho Jananam Vyasanabhimukhyam Shri Shri Radha Damodar ki Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga ki Shri Shri Prahlad Narsimha Deva ki Srila Prabhupada ki. This verse has got filled with beautiful names of Lord Srinatha, who is the husband of the goddess of fortune, Srinatha, Narayana, Vasudeva, Sri Krishna, Bhakta Priya, Chakrapane. Beautiful names actually. If you meditate, Chakra is the Sudarshan Chakra, Pane is who's holding in his hands. We have this verse which comes in Bhagavatam also. Saveda dhatu padavim parasya duranta viryasya rathanga pane yo mayaya santataya nubhritya bhajeta tatpada saroja gandham. There that is the word used is rathanga pane. Bhishma Dev's meditation when he was lying on the bed of arrows, body was extremely going through some pain, excruciating pain, very difficult. There was not even an inch of space which was left for any other arrows to go. And he was lying there in that kind of a situation for a long time. And but his meditation was Rathanga Pane. The Lord, when he is coming, attacking him with that broken wheel, and there is perspiration, sweat, and his curly hair has got dust. That form is what Bhishma Dev is meditating. Materially, it may look like as if the Lord is, attacking, and it is a very unfortunate situation. But that is the rasa that he is experiencing, Bhishma Dev, in that particular pastime. Padmanabha Achyuta Kaitabhare. Padmanabha is whose Lord whose navel or abdomen has got the imprint, or it looks like a lotus. And also it is the lotus from which Brahma came out. So Padmanabha. Achyuta, who is infallible. Kaitabhare. Madhu Kaitabha. These are two demons which were killed by the Lord. So that's why Kaitabha Ari. Kaitabhare. It's another name of the Lord. Sri Rama, of course we know, the source of all pleasure. Padmaksha, whose eyes are lotus-eyed. We will see the beautiful prayer by Kunti Maharani in few days. It will come, where he's comparing the Lord's various parts with lotus, Padmaksha. Hare, Hare is somebody who snatches, who steals, who takes away. What he takes away? He takes away all the anarthas in our life, and he also takes away our mind if we are sincere. Hare. Murare, the killer of the Mura demon. Ananta, infinite, Vaikuntha. Anyway, there is time, we are running out of it. We will continue to see this wonderful Kartik Mas meditation, and those of us who are fortunate, we are getting a chance to hear, even if it is half an hour. And if we implement them in our lives, we can be very, very successful in life in that final exam that we are talking about. Otherwise, it remains as a theoretical concept, which is very difficult to implement. And as we saw, Kalosmi, this impersonal energy of the Lord, it takes away the vital energy from our life and keeps us busy in this material pursuits, unfortunately. Kartik Mas meditation ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Next we have Damodara.